What's up, guys? Hazy Ames here. Got my, I guess, game of the year video, and this is my game of the year, and it's just based on my personal experience and my personal opinion of the game, and just kind of the state of AAA gaming in general. I wasn't even honestly going to do a game of the year because I was kind of disappointed in 2024. Excuse me. Been kind of fighting allergies and cold and all that stuff. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed with 2024 as far as game releases, but also there were some like very good games that were released. Stalker 2 came out. I did not get an opportunity to pick that game up, unfortunately, yet. I do still plan to get that game and play through it. The decision not to get that game before the year was over was just based on me playing through some other games and just some other things I had going on in life. I didn't think I'd have enough time to put into that game to do a just review before it got into like Christmas and the holidays and all that. But like I said, I wasn't going to do a game of the year. And then someone messaged me, one of my subscribers messaged me on Discord and kind of was like, hey, you should do a game of the year and kind of go over what you've been playing throughout the year and just kind of touch on the games that you've enjoyed. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that. So as far as why I haven't purchased some of the AAA games that I thought I was going to, I'll just kind of go ahead and get that out of the way. So originally I was going to purchase the new Call of Duty when I first saw it, when I first saw the trailer. I thought it was going in the right direction. Then Call of Duty did not do so well when it released. And currently I know there's all sorts of things going on with how they've been balancing things, and they're fixing some things and some things aren't getting fixed, and just kind of a big mess. So I stayed away from that game. And that's kind of where I've gone as far as when I make a decision to purchase games. I have kind of, I guess you could say, boycotted or gave up on certain franchises at this current time. Call of Duty is one of those franchises, unfortunately. I always do look at them and do research on them when they're announced to see if maybe I will purchase it and check it out. Excuse me. I'm sorry. So I always do the research to see if I'm going to purchase the game. And the past few releases of Call of Duty, I have not bought. Madden I used to buy every year. I don't think I've bought the last 3 or 4. Just because, again, I think that the quality of the game could be better for what it is, and for as much as they can reuse assets and things like that. The game should be pretty top-notch and flawless, right? So there's a multitude of reasons that I decide not to purchase games or support AAA companies. Prime example here, Dragon's Dogma 2. I was really interested in buying, but then I found out they did some like weird microtransactions for a single player game, which is already kind of odd. And these microtransactions actually gave you a benefit, I guess, if you got them. I don't think it was like necessarily super powerful like weapons or things like that, but I think it was more like convenience items and things like that to help you progress your journey quicker and easier. Dragon Age, the new Dragon Age game, I was really pumped about until I saw the trailer, and that's not the Dragon Age that I guess remember from a few years ago. And I loved the original Dragon Age game, and thought that the newest one was going to be kind of similar, you know, and I think it threw a lot of people off, especially the people that really liked and loved the Dragon Age series. Avowed was another game I was really looking forward to. So again, did some research, waited till it came out, looked at some videos, looked at some other content creators and their opinions and kind of what the game had to offer, and decided not to purchase it. You know, you really have to take a step back and look at what games are worth your hard-earned money. You know, like those games that I all mentioned there that I did not end up purchasing were all $60 to $70 games, if not all $70 games. So with those specific games out of the way of why I did not purchase them, I'm gonna kind of move on here. So those games had like specific reasons that I did not want to get them, or just like did terrible on reviews, or I didn't think that I would enjoy the game that much. Then you have games like Black Myth Wukong, which I can look at and say is a great game, and know it's a great game, but I personally just do not like Souls-like games. So that's why I didn't play through Black Myth Wukong. I might pick it up maybe in the past, in like the future. In the past, I'm gonna be a time traveler. In the future, but that's a big maybe, because I mean I own Elden Ring and I don't have that many hours in Elden Ring. So with that kind of out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the games that I did play this year. So, gonna be looking at Delta Force. I did play Delta Force. I haven't done a review on it. I know it's kind of like, I don't really understand. It says it's a global open beta server, but then it's like you go to the store page and it's like it's fully released, it seems like. So I played a little Delta Force. Pretty good game. Don't know if I'll do a review on it. Not my game of the year. Let's go ahead and go on to the next one. I've played Last Epoch. Also a very good game. Very good action RPG game. If you've liked games like Diablo, Grim Dawn, Titan Quest, Path of Exile, definitely check this one out. Last Epoch was officially released this year. Not my game of the year. Although it is a very good game, not my game of the year. Next, we have Visions of Mana. Visions of Mana, I did buy at full price this year. Very good game. Beat it, 56.7 hours of playtime. This could have been my game of the year, because it was very good and I had a lot of fun playing through this game, and I thought it was very well done. But it is also not my game of the year. We have, let's see, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 was a phenomenal game. Very, very short game. But it was very well done. Felt like I was the main character in a 7-hour-long movie. Voice acting, graphically, gameplay, all really well done. And kind of gives you an inside look at someone who deals with psychosis. Looks like it's been nominated for some Golden Joystick Awards. That's kind of cool. But without further ado, my game of the year for 2024 was Helldivers 2. You may ask yourself why. You may be sitting back in your chair going, are you kidding me? This is this guy's game of the year. I'll tell you why. And again, this is my game of the year. This isn't your game of the year. This isn't the majority like game of the year, anything like that. Helldivers 2 was a phenomenal game. And it was really my game of the year, not just because it had good gameplay, good graphics, A pretty good game loop, even though it was very repetitive. Funny encounters that you'd run into. Not only did it have all of that, but it brought my friend group together. And what I mean by that is I have an older friend group, you know. I'm almost 40 years old. A lot of my friends are around the same age. So we all have different lives going on, different times we want to spend on playing our certain games with the valuable time that we have to do so. But when this game came out, it was like, man, it's like Robbie, like let's go, let's play. And it was like, all right, let's go get our buddy over here. Let's go get Bones over here. Let's get him. Let's get him into play. And then Robbie's like, well, let me hit up my cousin. And then his cousin's jumping into our parties. And then Bones is like, let me get my nephew. Let me get my cousin. Let me get my cousin's friend. Let me get this person's friend. And it was just everybody. It was just a good game that brought the gaming community together. And you don't see that in a lot of games, man. You just don't. I felt that way about World of Warcraft when I first really got into World of Warcraft all those years ago when it first came out. That's one reason why I enjoyed World of Warcraft so much, is it brought the gaming community together. And Helldivers 2 brought the gaming community together. I mean, it also had your like toxic players, but put all that stuff to the side, right? It really did bring my friend group together. We had some great times, great laughs. I mean, I got 140.5 hours, 81% of the achievements. This game was so good, graphically good. The gameplay was good. The story was okay, a very simple, very basic story. So story wasn't really the strong point. The weapons was very good. The music was good. You just felt like a badass soldier on a bug infested planet or a robot infested planet trying to go out there and save humanity. And it was amazing. I know a lot of people are not going to have Helldivers 2 as their game of the year, and that's fine. I do know this game is up for a few awards, I believe. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I haven't really looked into the Game of the Year awards this year a whole lot. As far as the games that I've been playing this year, as you guys have known if you've been on my channel for a while, I review quite a few older games. I've done quite a bit of Final Fantasies, the Secret of Manas, you know about. Started doing some of the Resident Evils. I believe I did a Resident Evil 2 and 3 review. I think I did. And then I'll have a Resident Evil review coming. I'm currently playing through Resident Evil. Playing Tom Clancy's The Division 2 with my buddy Bala. Playing Total Warhammer. I just got through the prologue on this. I played through Secret of Mana this year, great game. Trials of Mana I played through, great game. Legends of Mana, great game. Last Epoch we talked about. I played a lot of games. Aliens Fireteam Elite, just played through that not too long ago. Campaign takes about 8 hours with a buddy. Crisis Core I played through this year. Very good game. Detroit Become Human I'm going to play. I just picked that up. So yeah, I mean, I've played a lot of older games this year. Ghost of Tsushima. I just picked this up and I'll play through this and put this review out when I get there. Always playing Diablo 4, always playing Diablo 4 in the new seasons, so I'll always have Diablo 4 news when the new seasons are around and all that's going on. I might get back into World of Warcraft. Let me know if anybody has any interest in World of Warcraft. The only downside to World of Warcraft is it's a huge time sink, and I do like to play some different styles of games here. If I'm playing World of Warcraft, that's usually what I'm playing. You know what I mean? But guys, that's all I got for you. Just kind of recapping my year, letting you know what my personal game of the year is for 2024. Kind of giving you some reasons and kind of insight to why I haven't picked up maybe certain AAA games that have came out, or why I have picked them up. Because I'm sure, you know, as you're sitting there watching the video and I keep releasing these older, you know, style games and reviewing those, you might ask yourself, well, why doesn't he do any AAA games? Well, I do sometimes, but I'm very selective in those AAA games. And honestly, if you have a game that you would like me to play, or maybe I have played it, I have a pretty decent sized library. Let me know down in the comments, you know, if you got something you want me to play and check out, even if it's a newer game that's maybe not from a big time studio or something. But this video is already getting too long. Thank you for stopping by if you did. Have a good day or night, wherever you're in the world. Please like, please sub. Much love, and we will catch you on the next one.